Hey guys, it's Denny Butler. I told everybody to make a video explaining everything and helping you guys fill out the voucher. The biggest concern I think everybody has is the timeline and update. So I'm going to log in here real quick to my account and I'm going to go ahead and go through and file a backdated voucher that I've got left in my unemployment. But I'm going to go in and file a voucher. I'm going to show you everybody how to do it to where you won't create any issues. And when we get to the timeline, I'll explain it a little bit in depth. That way everybody knows exactly what the unemployment office is looking for. So here we go. The home page is going to look like this. So go to File Voucher. And you're going to want to scroll down. Some of you might have some extra vouchers there. Some of you might not. But you're going to want to scroll down. I'm using one of these back weeks just so I can show you guys. So you're going to click on the date that says week ending 2/6. So it's going to say 1/31 through 2/6 right here at the bottom. It's going to be the last one. And that's the one that for these 2 weeks that you're going to file. It's the first one you can file. But I'm using a back one just for example. So don't pay no attention to my dates. And don't pay attention to this either because all I'm doing is using this as a test. Whenever you file a late voucher, they want a reason why. So when it pops up and asks you if you want to file week ending or 1/31 through 2/6, you tell them yes. You can read all that if you want to, but all you have to do is continue. It's going to ask you, did you work any time between such and such date and 1/31? Or I'm sorry, 2/6 is going to be this date. All that's asking is it wants to know what happened to you from the last time that you filed unemployment until the time that you're filing unemployment now. So whatever date range that is, if you worked at FCA between that date range, like I said, these dates are going to vary. They're not going to be the same for everybody. But the end date here is going to be 2/6. So you're going to say, yes, you did work for them. And I'm going to say no to UAW because that doesn't pertain to most of the people out there that are filing unemployment. But when you get to FCA, like I said, mine says 5/5 to 1/23, and this is a test voucher, but your dates are going to be different for everybody, but it's going to say between such and such date and 2/6 of 2021. You say yes, you did work for them. You want to click the second scenario down that says your employer told you no work was available. They don't normally shut down this time of year. It was not a temporary assignment. They don't shut down this time of year. You continue. And like I said, this is the timeline right here that everybody's getting hung up about. The only thing that this is asking about is between this date and this date, what is the first day that you worked at Chrysler? So if you pull up the calendar, you scroll back here to May. It wants to know between there and 2/6 of 2021, what is the first day that you worked? These dates are going to be different for everybody because everybody's return date when they went back from the original pandemic is different. All you have to do is look at a calendar, look between this date, and just pick the first day that you worked. My return to work date was in July. I think it was the second week in July. So I would pick July 13th. The last day worked for everybody is going to be last week, Friday the 29th. If you work Saturday, put Saturday in there. That's not a big deal breaker when it comes to unemployment. Here's the next thing that everybody's going to say, well, I did or I didn't put a return to work date. We do have a return to work date, but to be safe, in case they ever extend it, you don't have to put a return to work date. So I'm telling everybody to say no, you don't have one. Of course, this is not going to work for the test, so I have to cheat on this one just because of the voucher that I'm picking. So I'm picking the last day that I worked is the 22nd of January, just to make it work. It's going to ask you for your rate of pay. You put your hourly rate in here. That's how much you make an hour. 40 hours a week, 5 days a week. Full time. You can put assembly worker or you can put machining or truck driver if you're in production departments. Whatever your job is at Chrysler, it doesn't have to be real specific. To continue, of course, how many hours did you work a week? I'm sorry, the number lock wasn't on this computer. So that is creating and updating your timeline. That's all you have to do. And it'll show up there. There's FCA. That's got my new timeline. All it wanted to know was what happened to you from the last time when you went back to work until you're filing unemployment, because it doesn't know if you worked, if you were off work. It just wants to know what happened to you. Click yes that your timeline's correct. It's going to verify your hourly rate and everything that you just entered. You just hit affirm and continue, and you're ready to go on. Now it's going to know, it wants to know about any type of pay that you might have received. Since I said that I made money for that week, this won't pop up for you guys, because this just did it on the voucher that I'm using as a test. This is going to be the next question that pops up for everybody. Have you received or received compensation for self-employment? If you had any type of self-employment and you want to report it, that's where you would report it. And then it's going to ask you if you received any other type of wages. I hope everybody canceled their vacation pay or any PA days that they had scheduled during this week. If you didn't and you received it for week ending 2/6, you're going to say yes, and you're going to tell them who it's from. If it's from FCA, and you're going to go in here and you're going to pick what kind of pay you got. So I didn't, so I'm going to go on to the next question. You don't have to tell them you're getting sub pay, because most likely everybody, when they made their initial claim over a year ago, you told them you get sub. Everybody at the unemployment office knows that if you work at FCA and you're full time and you have a year on, that you qualify for sub pay. So I'm just saying no to sub, no to strike pay. I'm saying no to disability or Social Security. If you get disability or some type of Social Security, you can get with me and I can tell you how to answer it, because it depends on what you're getting, when you started getting it, and how much it is if it affects your unemployment. Under most instances, it doesn't affect your unemployment. You can say yes if you have a 401k. You don't have to. Just for simplicity rules, everybody that I've been helping lately, I tell them you don't have a 401k. Go down, you can verify all your information here. Just go down to the bottom and say it's correct if it is, and you go to the next page. It's going to want to know if you're able and available to work for and accept a job. None of those scenarios apply to you. If they do, check them, but most of the time, if you're filing unemployment and you want to get paid, you have to tell them that you're able and available to search for or accept a full-time job. You're not a member of a union hiring hall. You weren't offered any work for the week ending 2/6 of 2021. This is one that everybody gets kind of hung up on. You have a waiver on file for most full-time employees, but just to be safe, hit the yes, you did look for a job. And everybody's going to say, well, Chrysler told us that this is not COVID related. The COVID related question does not apply to the extra 300 right now. So you can say no, but I'm telling everybody, say yes. You're not being quarantined. This is a regular layoff, and you're filing unemployment because you're caring for a dependent. Most people are going to be saying no to this. These might be different for people that are still on quarantine, but those are for the regular people that are out. Excuse me. Just put in here that FCA laid me off. Now, before, when everybody was filing unemployment, they would check this box down about right here that says you were furloughed due to COVID. That question has been taken out. All these questions have changed a little bit. If any of these apply to you, you can read them, but I'm telling you right now, just basic 2-week shutdown, you're going to click none of the above. And these questions at the bottom, it says, would you be available to work if it weren't for COVID-19 causing you to be unemployed? Yes, you were available. You didn't. If you receive any type of sick pay or leave pay due to COVID, this is where you would answer that, but most people that are on regular layoff aren't going to be getting any type of sick pay. And if you were offered the option to work from home. I wish they would let some of us work from home, right? That's it, guys. All you got to do is put your initials in, go to the next page. You can scroll down through here and you can look at all your answers. You can edit anything that you need to correct. and then you just go down here to the bottom, you sign your name, and you hit submit your voucher. Hey guys, that's how to fill out your voucher for these 2 down weeks. The biggest thing that everybody's going to get hung up on is that daggone timeline. Everybody gets so nervous about, oh my God, that timeline scares me to death. The only thing they're asking for you to do is look up a calendar, and between those 2 dates that are on that voucher, they're asking for the first day that you went back to work after you were laid off. That's all they're asking. Some people had additional down weeks there towards the fall last year in 2020. Your dates are going to be a little bit different, so just look at that date range, look at a calendar, figure out the first day that you worked, and that's all they're asking for. Latest date of separation is going to be the last day that you worked last week, like the 29th or the 30th. Before, we had a really great gal that worked at the unemployment office that helped thousands of our members, and was able to fix issues, laid off, leave of absence, all kinds of issues. I can't mention all of them right now, but we were able to call her and give them your information, and she was able to fix it. There's so much fraud going on right now that she's not allowed to go in and just pull your information out and fix it. So the reason why I'm telling you guys that is I'm going to be here at the hall helping with unemployment. Sunday and Monday are the worst days to try to log in and do it. Sometimes you can get on there in the morning and you can do it real easy. Sometimes at 1 o'clock in the afternoon it's okay to do. But I don't want to create a situation where we've got a line of people here at the hall and you waste a trip to come in and see me for me to help you, and then I can't do anything to help you because I can't even log into the system. So I'm not going to try to do anybody's unemployment here at the hall on Sunday, and I'm not going to try to do anybody's unemployment here at the hall on Monday. Those are going to be reserved for anybody that really, really needs some special help in doing it. But if you need help and you want to come by the hall starting Tuesday morning, come by the hall. I'm going to typically tell everybody that I'm going to be using banker's hours, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I would rather you waste a trip and come by the hall and let me help you do your unemployment correctly versus you taking a guess at something and doing it wrong and then your payment being held up forever. So it's better off just to come by the hall or shoot me a text. We've got a separate line going into the Union Hall now to my office. It's 765-459-7099. Everybody and their brother knows my cell phone. It's 419-1627. Or you can call here at the Union Hall and the secretaries will take a message or get you transferred back to my number. That number is 765-459-3133. So if all else fails and you're nervous about hitting that submit button and you're not sure, you're going to be safer to get a hold of me to make sure you do it right. That way there's no huge delay. And I suggest to everybody, we made this video last week and told everybody, make sure you wait until your unemployment pays you before you submit your sub, so you're submitting your sub request correctly, because it's going to ask you what your state system benefit is. There's going to be a handful of people that submitted new claims. I think the waiting week is still waived. There's going to be some people that had some different wage situations that might not qualify for unemployment that are coming back from discharge or something like that. Those people are going to be a little bit different on how you do sub. So the benefits reps are available to help you with your sub requests. All I'm doing is telling you to hold off on submitting your sub until you know exactly how much you get from the state, so you don't create a situation where you get another overpayment for sub. So if you guys have any questions, you can reach out to me. You can comment after this video. We're going to put it all over Facebook. We're going to put it on our webpage. And this is designed to help everybody. So if you have any issues and you need help, reach out to us and we'll do everything we can. Stay safe, guys, and have a blessed day.